Never seen that before. I've not seen a name like that before. So Victor Wembanyama, as I was really talking to, Cyro and I talked about Vic. I can't believe, or I can't remember if it was a week ago or 2 weeks ago. I can't believe how fast time flies these days. I don't know if anyone else relates to that, but I made a whole video, or I made a whole debate. I debated Vic for a minute. Cyro was pretty much in agreement with me. I saw one of his tweets today saying this is a little overhyped, because I think the tweet was saying, we haven't seen a prospect like this come into the NBA since LeBron James. And I agree with Cyro. I think that comparing him coming into the draft like LeBron James there's no way. I don't think that happens. We still have a long ways to go, but I don't think that happens. Maybe Zion Williamson is the next best comparison. When Zion first came into the league, when he was about to get drafted, there was a ton of hype for him. And there was a ton of hype for him all season. People were literally tuning into Duke basketball games just to watch future NBA star Zion Williamson. We might have a similar thing with Vic. The only issue is Vic plays for the Metropolitans 92. And he doesn't play for Duke University. So, Vic not being in college is probably going to limit his, as far as America basketball fans go, it's going to be a lot harder to watch him. There is no way Tari Eason is better than Victor Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama is as special as they come, guys. It's kind of hard to really explain Vic. I mean, the explanation is he moves like Kevin Durant. I know a lot of people, like my Rocket fans, like saying, and myself included, Jabari Smith Jr. reminds me of Kevin Durant. Well, that's just me being overly optimistic. If we're looking for a legitimate comparison to a 7-footer who can shoot from anywhere on the basketball court, that's Kevin Durant. Victor Wembanyama is 7'3". He's listed at 7'3", but I'll tell you this, Victor Wembanyama is probably 7'6". He's probably 7'6". Unless you're watching, and I wish I could pull up some Victor Wembanyama clips, unless you're watching Vic play, you probably have a take like Matthew here where you think Tari Eason is better. Tari Eason's a good basketball player, but you just can't put into words Victor Wembanyama. He can handle it like a guard. When he even just does a simple crossover, this man at 7'6" gets so low. The way he can contort his body to however he needs to take a certain shot is unreal. And one thing I was talking about with Cyro last week was, you see this stat right here. He shot 7 of 11 from downtown. He had 5 blocks. I think the last NBA player to do that was Danny Green, as funny as that is. But, we're playing a G League team, right? So we're taking that with a grain of salt. However, G League, you still have a ton of basketball talent on this G League squad, specifically with Scoot Henderson, who will probably be the second pick in the draft. Well, the thing with Victor Wembanyama is when you watch the tape, and you even watch the tape of his bad games, or just watch his misses, anytime he pulls up from downtown, Vic at 7'6" will take a logo 3. He'll take a logo 3. But when he takes these deep threes, and even some three-pointers, most three-pointers in general, because he was sub 30% last season, he's a little short. It's on the right target. It's just a little bit short. And the reason I'm coming up with is he just needs more leg muscles. I think it's as simple as that. He just literally needs more muscles on his lower body. And once that starts to come in, once he starts to grow into his body, that's when you're going to see a Victor Wembanyama who, might even end up as a Hall of Famer. I know that is getting very, very far stretched, but I've never seen a 7'6". You don't see many 7'6" basketball players or 7'6" people in general, but the way he, it's nothing like Yao Ming, the way he moves his body. It's literally like Kevin Durant, and that is the best possible comparison. Oh, man. Like I said, dude, I don't know what is going on with this nose. Hopefully you guys couldn't see that. Let's see. Yeah, a little bit. So Victor Wembanyama, we're going to be taking a look at him on this show specifically all season. All season, we're going to be covering Victor Wembanyama, or at least I am. Hopefully, I think Cyro would be down to do that as well. But, you're not going to hear too much about Victor Wembanyama unless you're looking up a YouTube video, or right now there's a little bit of hype in national media because this game was on ESPN2, and he dropped 37 points. Now, moving down to Scoot Henderson. Scoot's a really solid basketball player, and if Vic was not Victor Wembanyama. If Vic wasn't in this draft class, Scoot Henderson would be the first pick. He'd definitely be the first pick.